Hey guys, good morning. Today is about protective gear. Now, protective gear in the construction world, it might be safety glasses, it might be ear protection, it might be wearing a mask so you don't get dust in your lungs. Protective gear in the training end might be an elbow pad. It might be a mask to keep your face protected. It could be a belly pad. Okay, this is just a regular belly pad. It protects us from like broken ribs, and trust me, I've had 71 broken bones, and this is over a 55-year period. But I've had almost all my ribs broken. I've had both wrists broken. I've had all my toes broken. My sternum's been broken. My nose been broke 6 times. All my toes have been broke, both ankles. And back in the early days when I was training hard, I never thought about protective gear. But now that I'm older, I start to realize that, padded sticks are a good thing. Not only padded sticks, but having good face gear. Now, having good face gear is important, but having a good mouthpiece is also important. Doing things that, as I said, when you get up to older in age, you really need to watch everything. How guys come in, how they approach when you're sparring, if they're doing takedowns. Be a little bit more careful. It's like I said, after last week of getting my knee hurt, made me think a little bit more about protective gear. So, take the time and gear up. And you don't have to get to the point to where you're like, Christmas vacation to where the kid can't even walk, and he gets outside and he falls down in the snow. Well, you don't need that extreme. But gear up, protect your hands. I've got a big, massive bruise right here from last week of teaching. But, I do a lot of dummy work. I do a lot of stick work, a lot of knife work. And, protect your hands. If you're going to be wearing, decent Kempo gloves, that'll protect your hands. And that's just the physical part. We also have to protect our heart. What are we putting in food-wise? Are we getting plenty of nutrition to take care of what's going on inside? Are we exercising enough to keep our heart pumping well? Walk more. Jump rope's a great one. Just getting out and walking more. Park your car further away from the store and walk in. Now, that gets into the interior. Now, anytime you get into, spiritual, guys, try to work on your spiritual. And I say work on your spiritual. Reading the Bible is a good one. Okay, you can read a lot of information. There's a lot of great stories in there, especially like David and Goliath and all the wars and stuff going on and how they fought and how men were really men. But protect your spiritual side. Being a man, there's a lot to this. Okay, there's a lot, and we have to have everything running smoothly. And try not to be putting garbage in. If you put garbage, especially if you're putting garbage in your head, it's not a good thing. And I say putting garbage in your head, be cautious on what you're watching. Be cautious on what, is coming out of your mouth. If you're shooting profanity all the time, then it becomes normal for you guys. So that's where the self-discipline becomes important. So, We want to have fun with everything that we do, and we want to have a healthy life that we can do that throughout the rest of our lives, no matter how many years we live. Hopefully you guys will have that opportunity to live a long, healthy life. But we have to take care of it, physically, okay, internally, mentally, and spiritually. So, just constantly chip away with that. You don't have to be, go extremes, but just every day, 1%, try to get a little bit better, maybe waking up, early, and, get started on your stuff. And, don't have people tell you that things that need to be done, that they should have to tell you those things need to be done. If you're walking down the sidewalk and you see a piece of trash, don't walk around it. Pick it up, put it in the trash can. I know it's not yours, but the thing of it is we have to constantly improve ourselves. And, and that's how we do it. But train hard. And don't procrastinate your training. If you come to the end of the year and you say, oh, I'm going to get in shape. Well, that's procrastination. Start right now. Start working on one simple thing. You can take and just have every single morning, maybe just get up and do maybe 10 curls. Okay, that's a start. You don't have to do any more than that. Maybe do 5 push-ups every single morning. Get the blood flowing, okay? Every morning, drink a glass of water before anything else. Go out and stand in the sunshine and get in some rays. Go barefooted more. Walk on the lawn. Let your toes feel. But, this is what, just getting in, changing your habits a little at a time. So anyway, you guys have a good day, and thank you for all you guys subscribing to my channel, and keep up the good work, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.